number 47 of Desert Winds with me, your DM CosmicCandi. If you were not here last week, the party had made it to the top of Mount Hotono, an active volcano threatening to erupt near the city of Neverwinter. Once there was a set of stairs that led down deeper into the caldera of the volcano, and once inside, they found a series of hallways and doorways. They were able to finally open one of the doors that led into a temple by using fire on the door. This led them in, and they were able to meet with a salamander priest, and negotiations for the air accords did not go well. They were able to talk some sense into the salamander, though, and go deeper into the temple, where they learned that an ancient fire elemental was attempting to be reborn. The party continued deeper into the caves, and they finally found an area with a large door and several large braziers that signaled that they were in the right or potentially wrong spot, depending on whom you ask. They had activated a magical trap of some sort that lit torches all along this area, and the party decided to take a long rest at that point, and that is where we pick up.
Luke and I are walking ahead to see what's ahead. About 30 feet ahead.
Walking ahead to where? I'm sorry?
We're walking down the hallway or whatever, but we're walking ahead from the rest of the party. That's where we were at the end of last game. Where we were...
Everybody... Well, the torches lit along the walls.
Yep.
And they continued out. And then the braziers lit and everything, and that was where we kind of ended the game.
I thought we had gotten into some sort of chamber.
Yeah, you guys were looking, and you could see that off in the distance, where these two large braziers were, and you saw this other huge door in the distance, but it looked like it was a long way off. You were in an antechamber prior to walking out into like that open courtyard. You were going to, as I recall, the party was going to stay here and take a long rest.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. I guess because me and overhead.
You're cutting out really bad, Striker.
I guess since me up ahead, I'm going to go report what we saw. Or did we all just roll up to that? Hello?
Sort of being able to hear you.
Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Does this help?
A bit.
Okay.
It starts out great, and then it just fades, like, as you're talking. So I don't know if you're doing something different with the mic, if you're doing something different with your voice.
Yes. We'll go with that. So, yeah.
Okay, so, long rest. I'm assuming that everybody would take watches. In the morning, when you wake up, Thamior is not there.
Would I have heard him?
We would have also been taking shifts to keep watch. Someone should
I
have seen him
understand.
leave.
I understand. When you guys wake up, Thamior is not there.
I am going to poke Luke and be like, "You're really good at finding people, aren't you? You're like a tracker.
Yes.
Someone's missing."
I look around and I assume I find that it's Thamiel missing.
Yeah, his robe is there.
When he's a full elf, right? We're one elf short in this party.
He is a... I believe he is a half-elf.
Half an elf short in this party.
And his robes are there. His robes and his vestments are there, but he is not.
This is, I'm gonna say in the category of not good.
I mean, he's definitely a magic type and not a sneaky type. I would have recognized that.
Ven picks up the robe.
Would I make a nature check to see if he, like, left of his own volition or if there was somebody else, like, around him?
It's probably survival, like if we look for footprints or something.
Yeah, survival is what you're going to use for tracking.
I would like to roll a survival check then.
Can I assist? Can I help him?
Yes. So, I never got an answer earlier. Do I need to give control of Striker's sheet over to Quirk?
No, I'll just update consumables later.
Okay, because I can give Quirk access to your sheet.
I can still roll
and that
dice,
way he
right?
can roll for you and everything as well.
I'm fine with rolling dice right now.
I'm losing you again.
I'm fine with rolling dice right now. Just a little bit tricky with the two of us sharing the computer and stuff. Anyway, so what do I do to help, to assist?
Okay, so since you're assisting, you'll roll your survival. As long as you get a plus 10, Luke, or a 10 plus, Luke has advantage on his roll.
I didn't get it. Oh. I rolled an 8.
Okay, so Luke, you are just rolling a standard survival check then.
I rolled a 10 total.
There are no signs of footprints or anything. The robes aren't folded neat or orderly. They are in a slumped pile where he would have been sleeping.
So yeah, Ven picked them up. Did anything fall out of them, or?
No.
He didn't leave his pack or anything, did he? Like his book or anything else? Just his robes?
The book is not there. Just his clothes.
He's like, kid now? That's weird.
I think we've been had, guys.
Yo, cut your paranoid crap, okay? Sometimes we can have allies and we can have people, okay?
Striker, I lost the entire last half of that sentence. Microphone issues, stop!
I said, okay, cut the paranoia, okay? Just because things don't go the way you think they should go doesn't mean that we've been had. Maybe got caught in some stuff, someone attacked him, I don't know. But this paranoia thing that you got going, I don't like it. Really not helpful to us. So let's just figure out what's happening here.
Ven just shrugs and goes to the other end of the cavern, towards the doors that we had seen earlier.
Quirk is going to use Detect Magic and see if there is anything, sort of magic residue on the clothing that suggests that he might have been magicked out of it.
Go ahead and roll. Oh, detect magic is one of those that just automatically happens.
Yep.
The percentage roll, or
Oh yeah, it is magic.
Go ahead and roll a percentile roll. Flash die 1d100. It does not go off. The comic book addict, please chill out.
all right.
I know how to
it's
run my
saying that
game.
You're talking, but I'm not hearing you.
Okay, so your detect magic does not go off. Did you hear that?
Alex, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys.
Yay! We
Welcome
have
in, Amber.
Sorry I'm late.
Can everybody else hear me?
Yes, we can
I
hear you.
can.
Okay, awesome. And yes, I am evil, but I'm just and merciful.
That's yours.
Okay. So let's see here. Did we just lose them? We did. To get you caught up, Melina, when you guys woke up in the morning, Themior was not there. All that was left were his clothes and vestments.
Oh, great.
The
Okay.
clothes were in a crumpled pile where he would have been sleeping. His book was not there with him, or where it should have been. So presumably his book is with him.
Okay. Has anyone kind of investigated the area where he was?
All right,
Stryker and
we're
Luke
back.
were doing that.
Okay.
Ven,
But because you guys are in a cement area, there's no easily traceable marks.
We do a short rest or a long rest?
Long.
Okay, so I should not have any wounds.
Correct.
Okie dokie, thank you.
If I need to correct that, let me know.
Nope, up to speed. I just fixed it.
Okay.
Did I see Detect Magic?
Detect magic did not go off.
Okay, I will
What the
attempt it again.
fuck? Stop, phone. So yeah, detect magic did not go off.
Can I attempt to cast it again?
You're attempting to cast again?
Yes.
That time it does go off. But you do not see anything magical on the cloak or the robes. Or even in the immediate area within... Well, I take that back. You see the presence of the magical items that are within the party. Nothing else in the area where Thamior was sleeping. Everybody roll me a perception check.
Total.
What was your striker?
20. 11 plus 9.
Okay. Up in the distance, even with as bright as it is here, there is still an area of shadow. And you see in that area of shadow a faint green light.
Is that towards where the door is, or opposite?
Yes, it's towards the door.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go towards the shadow.
Ven was walking towards that way.
Okay. Roll with advantage then. I thought you were walking... Ven, I thought you were walking back towards the initial door.
No, he's trying to advance in the dungeon.
Trying to advance. Okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I apologize.
It doesn't
It's gonna
matter.
be
He's
right by his side.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Ven is still oddly aggressive because of the fire elemental energies here.
Even though how do I phrase this? You feel like you're being watched.
I'm going to go towards the shadows, and I'm going to do it stealthily.
Okay,
And
go ahead and roll your stealth.
I am going to follow Striker.
That would be a natural 20, guys. That is 27 stealth. What? Yeah. Striker doing striker things, guys.
Okay, nat 20 on stealth.
I rolled a 4 on my other die for advantage, so glad
Okay.
I have those boots.
So yeah, you are sufficiently hidden. But as you are watching Striker, as you're creeping closer, you see the light shift and change positions, and you see it go. As you're watching it, it goes towards your right, and then it starts going up, and then it blinks out.
Out of curiosity, with my vision being out to 120 feet, am I catching anything more than just the light?
Not with that perception score, you're not.
Cool. That's fair. Lucky 5. Lucky 5.
5 is alive, no disassemble. Alright, so, are you guys continuing to advance?
So is it just no more light? It's gone?
Still couldn't hear you.
No, but she said that the light disappeared. Does that mean, like, there's no more light there? I don't understand.
The firelight and the torches and everything are still there, but the green light that you saw blinked out.
Okay, and there's a door nearby?
Like a shadowed alcove or something.
Was it like a floating light, or was it just like ambient, I guess?
Ambient light in the dark dungeon?
Roll insight. Luke only. Roll insight.
Okay. Am I close enough to be able to do that?
Luke, whatever it was, you think it was natural.
Do I know anything about the light? I don't know. I noticed it. I was like, huh, that's weird.
Yeah, I guess you can roll insight at it as well.
It's 9. 22.
The light that you saw was the reflection of light off of an eye.
Ugh. Creepy. And there's a door, one of those weird doors that can't be opened by a mundane rogue, right?
Say one more time.
I can't open the door. Can I open the door? I can't pick the door.
There is no door. There is just a simple alcove that is veiled in shadow right now.
And I'm in the alcove.
Okay. Looking around, don't see anything.
I just wanted to know if I was in alcove, so that's good. I'm gonna hang out there and wait.
Can I approach the area with my
You cut out. Can you approach
Can I
the area
approach
with
the alcove with my detect magic still up?
What's the duration on detect magic?
I believe it is 10 minutes.
It's like an hour or something, isn't it? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Okay. So your detect magic would still be up. Oh, come on. Okay. On the ceiling above you, you see a shape. Looks vaguely humanoid. And you're getting necromantic magic from it.
Okay. Very quietly whisper to Striker, who's right beside me in the alcove.
Hold on just a second here. I've got an idea real quick. I'm going to turn up my volume for you guys in Discord. Or not Discord, Speak. Try talking again now.
Okay. So
That's so much better.
Quark is going to turn to Stryker, who's in the alcove beside him. Go. Guy up there on the roof, of necromantic and all hidden and stuff. I'm thinking, and get people to take aim. I can go and get him.
I can maybe get me and Luke, but I don't know about everyone else. You know what I mean? By the way, here's a potion. You should probably take.
Oh, thank.
I slide him one of my healing potions that I've been hoarding.
Okay.
So I'm going to position myself directly underneath the person that's up top.
Hey, Quirk, how far away is that guy? Where? I ask him to like point in the gym.
As soon as you position yourself underneath, it drops down.
Okay.
And
Can I attempt to dodge? Because I was about to fly up at it. So can I just take to the air and
it's going to
myself
be
out
an
of the way?
opposed dexterity check.
Hi, we're in a cave. Where the hell are you flying? Can I see this? Or is it too dark? I assume it's like dim light. Oh no!
All right. So this thing drops down. And you see suddenly before you this creature. It takes a swipe at you, Quirk, as it lands, and it hisses at you. That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And it deals 8 damage. Let me take care of the combat tracker real quick here.
I just added it.
Okay. But yeah, let me still go ahead and take care of the combat tracker because I did not clear that out after last week. Stryker and Luke and Quirk. Those of you, I think you were the 3 that saw the green light. You now recognize that green light as this thing's eye. I need everybody to roll initiative for me, please.
Natural
Luke coming in with the
20.
nat 20.
How far away are Melina and Ven?
Not far. I had assumed that you guys are behind the party.
Okay, I wasn't sure how far ahead they gotten. One day, I swear to God, I will not be at the bottom of the initiative.
But today is not that day. All right. So, Ven and Melina, you can roll a religion check for me. Ven, with your 16, you know about these creatures. You know about Nothics. They are typically turned and twisted wizards who have been thirsting after arcane knowledge.
Would this be something that I could know with a nature roll, or is it just strictly religion based?
Probably not in this instance, Luke.
All right.
Definitely not natural.
Melina, you've probably heard about them, but you may not know exactly how they get turned.
It Ven pops up. Oh, hello, Thamior.
You see it cock its head to you when you mention the name, and and it speaks.
In
Thamior.
Undercommon, I reply, I'll just type it out because Undercommon, why not?
And right after Luke says that, says whatever Luke is going to say, Ven just goes, Thamior, if you want us to understand you, speak common.
Look, if people don't start speaking common, I'm going to shoot that green eyeball right out of his face.
He says that he knows the name Thamior. He remembers it, but he doesn't know why. He needs more knowledge.
I'm going to shoot. Well, I'm going to shoot that green eyeball right out of his face. I'm not doing it right now, but I'm getting ready to do it with a Thunderwave arrow in my bow. How far away is this guy?
Within 5 feet.
Oh man, that's awkward. Okay, switch plans. Pull out the sword instead. Time to pull out some swords and look intimidating.
Then, why... You think that's Thamior?
So, the creature that's standing before us is called a Nothic. I don't know exactly what change happens, but people who go looking for arcane knowledge that aren't careful sometimes end up this way. And I think that's what happened to Thamior.
Be cut down.
What was that?
Yeah, we lost you, Melina.
That's sorry about that. Melina just kind of holds up Flame Tongue very aggressively. It should be cut down.
I ask, is there a way to reverse it?
I might be able to do a remove curse, but I didn't prepare that this morning.
Oh, good.
So if we can restrain him or keep him pacified until tomorrow, but until then...
Luke, are you saying anything else?
Orc is going to take out a net and very quickly throw it over him while he isn't paying attention.
There is nothing about him that is not paying attention to the situation.
Okay, then he'll just wait until the thing looks over at Luke while Luke is talking.
These things thrive on gaining knowledge. So, hey, Quirk, you want to sit down and tell it all about the plane of air?
Sure, I'd be okay with that. I'm always good with sharing knowledge, and I want to be able to help him.
Amongst the undercommon, you hear Luke say the name Ariadne.
You hear a very loud hiss at the name Ariadne.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, Luke, what's going on? I swear, I'm going to stab that eyeball right out of his head.
Not yet.
Okay, fine, but it's only because you said so, not any other reason.
All right, Luke, I need you to make a... Need you to make either a charisma or deception check. And put that in the tower for me, please.
DM, because it's so early in the morning,
Yes.
is it possible for me to take like an hour or so to re-prepare my spells?
I would assume that you probably would have done that right after you woke up, or woken up a little bit earlier.
Yes, but because I had not prepared Remove Curse, I was wondering if I could sit down. Because I haven't cast anything yet, we haven't done anything yet, I was
Yeah,
wondering if I could
that's fine.
re-prepare.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, because I mean, we don't typically get the chance to prepare spells prior to the game. You know, so yeah, I'm willing to allow that. You see, Thamior reach his hand up to you, and you feel a probing in your mind, Luke.
Okay, that's not okay. That is not okay. Oh, but he's touching him, right?
Not touching at all, just
right?
raising his hand.
Oh, okay. I thought he was touching Luke. I'm like, ew, that's gross.
But Luke is feeling a probing in his mind. Hold on.
Swords are out. I'm ready to cut this guy.
Here's another thing. Do you have advantage against charm?
Oh.
This is
well.
not charm.
Because of Fey ancestry, I have saving advantage on saving throws against
Okay,
charm.
so you can roll your deception again.
Okay.
A little bit better, but not much. You see the Nothic lower its hand again, and now you see its toothy maw kind of spread into a smile.
can I see this from standing in the alcove? Like, is that guy smiling? That is so weird. Okay. Is he smiling? That looks so weird on a one-eyed creepy. What'd you say to him, Luke?
Am I able to answer, or is his probing deterring me from doing so?
Probing is done at this point.
I bet on the chance that this was in fact Faemur, and I said that if he seeks knowledge, I could tell him more about his mother Ariadne.
Okay. How did that go? I'm not 100% sure I understand what the crap is happening.
Well,
He
he
didn't.
hissed at me.
I caught that part. I'm not scared, because I'm a brave little halfling, but I am sufficiently creeped out now. What do we do next?
Well, if he wants information, I've got lots of that. And Quirk pulls out the book that he's been writing. One about all of the races of the Imperial Plane.
Quirk? Talk to this thing?
Gonna let him read.
I hope you're not horribly attached to that book. He might just end up trust
The
that
Nothic.
thing.
The Nothic reaches out very slowly towards you, Quirk. Then very quickly grabs the book and starts flipping through it. You see the eye glow a little bit brighter now as it's flipping through the book. And it growls and snarls, handing it back to you.
I stand protectively in front of Quirk, and I'm like, if you make it stronger and harder to kill, I swear, I will slap you upside the head, Birdman.
I would like to reach into my pack and pull out the St. Cuthbert's Comet Sets pamphlet, because that's an awful decision, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh, now y'all are totally in favor of being nice. Okay. Nothing makes sense to Stryker right now.
Believe me, I'd like nothing more than to cut this beast to ribbons.
Well... yeah, but you would basically cut anything.
Corrupted.
Yeah,
Not be
but
saved.
okay, so your whole doom and gloom thing, I'm not buying it. Whatever. I still haven't had an answer to my question. What do we do next? Quirk? Tell me something that makes sense.
So Quirk is gonna be like, well, you also thought that the merfolk couldn't be saved either. And Quirk pulls out the book that Ariadne gave him. And holds it open, but walks slowly backward, toward where we had all slept, and tries to lure it over there with us.
Okay. So which book is the one that Ariadne gave you? That was her St. Cuthbert's logic book, correct?
Did
I
we?
also tried to hand that to him.
Which book was that, Quirk?
Yes, that is the Book of St. Cuthbert's Logic.
Okay, so both Luke and Quirk are holding out books of St. Cuthbert's Logic to the Nothic, to Thamior.
I'm gonna attempt to like get behind him very sneakily while they're trying to do this. So I'm waiting for like an optimal position while he's being distracted by this weird tactic.
Go ahead and roll your stealth. It takes the book from Luke, because that's the one that was offered first. Again, very unsure of the situation, reaches out, grabs it, starts flipping through it, and as it does, its eye starts growing brighter, starts glowing brighter again. And then eventually it just tosses the book back.
Okay,
We're
so
just feeding it
while
with
he's doing
sap.
the creepy eye thing, I'm going to attempt to use my. I'm gonna attempt to use my the pommel of my sword to just knock him out. And hoping that I've snuck up sufficiently behind him that he doesn't know while he's reading.
Okay, roll with advantage, your attack roll. And you will be able to add sneak attack damage in with this
23.
as well, even though it's non-lethal.
23.
23 will hit.
Okay. So do I do the crit too, or no?
What she's asking is, they're officially surprised on this.
It's already acted in the round. So, or, it's already acted. Even though we're out of initiative, it's already acted before, so it is aware of your presence at least initially. You will get sneak attack on it, but you are not going to get the assassinating strike.
Okay, I rolled 16 points of damage on the pommel, bludgeoning. Most
Okay.
optimal way to knock him out.
You hit it firmly about the back of the head, and it turns around and its eye glows bright green again. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Striker, I swear to God.
12. I was trying to knock it out. It wasn't trying to kill it. If it's knocked out, it won't hurt anyone.
Okay. It hisses, and you see this this green gaze come towards you. You feel it start tearing away at your flesh, and you manage to will it away. It now has its attention turned towards you.
I'm gonna use my cunning action to disengage.
How much damage was that? 16?
16
subdual?
points of damage. Yeah.
Okay, it's subdual, so
Yeah. Subdual. I was really just trying to not kill it because apparently no one wants it dead. I only kill things when people want them dead.
Alright, at this point, you guys have already rolled initiative.
Okay, in my defense, I thought it was a good plan. That's what a rogue does. Happens when
Roll persuasion, Luke.
Oh, crap. This feels like up and Big Brother's trying to talk her out of trouble.
It turns back towards you, and almost raptor-like, its head just snaps towards you.
get angrier. Don't make it stronger. Stop throwing books at it.
Quark is still holding out the other copy of
So,
Roll a strength saving throw. Quirk.
are we back in
Oh,
initiative, or?
This isn't still. It's not all out combat just yet.
Oh no.
The book gets batted firmly out of your hand, and it hisses.
In my defense, I did what you guys asked. I tried to subdue it. I wasn't trying to kill it.
Stop offering him reading material.
At this
Quark
point,
is going to
go ahead.
just try to kind of
How high is Quirk at? I just want to keep a visual on Quirk. My little firebird.
There's not much room in this little alcove.
Oh.
So at this point, Ven, finishes his prayers, nods, and walks towards the Nothic with his hands open. Obviously not wielding his mace. It reaches out to touch the Nothic on the shoulder. What's the command for the rolling a percentile dice again?
/die 1d100.
1d1.
Okay, it goes off.
I cast Remove Curse on him.
In theory, this should work. Question is, are you a high enough level for it, too? That's the real question. Because this is some very dark and powerful magic you're working against.
I have no idea how you're going to determine if I'm high enough level for it or not. So, later, if you don't mind, let me know so I can possibly improve my own DMing.
Probably gonna have it work. That's the closest mechanic.
Okay. That page is not found. I am going to, just for the sake of keeping the game moving, rule that it does not work. And you feel the impression coming from the undying light, Ven, that you get an image of Thamior missing a hand and missing an eye.
Ven shouts to the rest of the group. Damior's chosen this path. This wasn't placed on him. He's a follower of Vecna, and pulls his mace.
Okay. Okay, fine. Now we're finally deciding to kill him? Okay, great. Good to know that we're actually on the same page.
Yes, now we killed.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks
So
for
with
keeping
that-
me in the loop, guys.
So with that, we'll enter into initiative just after Ven's action. Quirk, you are up.
Okay. How many people are there that are within 30 feet of this?
Everybody is within 30 feet of this.
Is that halfling by any chance, Melina? Because I can't...
That it is.
Okay, because Quirk doesn't know it, but if you could just message it to me on TeamSpeak so I can see
Here,
it.
hold on. Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on. Quirk, can you go into PCs and pick up Striker? You see it now.
Sorry about that. Dummy me tried to copy paste.
Now that Striker's an active character, do you see it?
Yes, we see it.
Okay. I thought that would work. I was hoping that would work. Glad it did. All right. So,
Okay. So, have I managed to get into the air at all?
have you managed to get what?
Into the air at all?
No,
I was
not enough room.
Okay. Then, so it's just us that's in there. There's no present.
You cut out for a second, Alex.
Is it only the characters whose players are here, or are any of the characters whose players are not here also there?
It is only the players. It is only the characters who are here.
Okay, then I'm going to...
Because Leonis went back to his tribe. Who knows where Harmony is at? Yeah, so it is only the characters that are here.
Okay, then Fireball.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw, right?
Yes, and I am excluding everybody in our party.
What level spell is Fireball?
It is a level 3, so I can do 3 plus 1 people. I can exclude all 4 of us.
There are 5 people here.
Ven's
Then
half fire elemental. Don't worry about him.
Sure, I will exclude everyone except Ben.
Okay. And this spell is within 5 feet, so you do need to roll at disadvantage, and I also need a percentile die roll.
So there's no actual spell attack for it. Also,
because it's a dexterity saving throw. Sorry.
I also rolled the percentile.
Okay. Yeah. So it goes off. Thamior does not make his save. Everybody else in the party, you do not need to roll dexterity saving throws. You automatically succeed. Is Fireball a damage on half
Yes.
spell?
It's,
Yes, it is.
Yeah, half damage on
Okay.
save, and since I'm already resistance, that would be quarter damage for me.
Okay.
So if you just give me the total damage, I'll do the math.
Well, I don't think you guys are going to receive any damage because Sculpt spell says, and they take no damage if they would normally take half.
Yes, but Ven was not. He could only exclude 4 targets.
Okay,
There's
Ven
5.
was excluded. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so it was 23 total. All right, next up is Melina.
Before Belina starts, Quirk, your damage should be at 0 because we just finished a long rest. Your wounds should be at 0.
I
No,
took damage
he
when
got
he jumped
hit.
down into town.
Oh, never mind.
He
Thank
took
you.
a claw attack.
My
I also
apologies.
have a 12 on my initiative when I rolled it, not a 20. Please update my initiative. I'm not anywhere near the top. Thank you.
Okay, it's been updated. Melina, you're up.
Actually, wouldn't Striker be up? At a
No.
12, I had a 9. Okay. I'm gonna take a step forward and run it through with Flame Tongue twice.
I am technically next, after Quirk.
I'll pick you up after Melina.
Now I roll well.
That is going to hit. The
Both of
19
them?
will hit.
Okay, 24 will hit, but 23 will not.
Do you have 2 attacks?
Thirsting Blade, yeah. Great invocation. And there's...
Oh, right. Okay, then yeah, both hit.
Okay, so 15 or 16 on the first hit.
Okay. Oh, you didn't have it targeted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm targeting right this minute for the second one.
Hold on, so that was 16 damage?
Yeah, 9 plus 7. I rolled well. I get the flame damage on both hits? Yes? No?
Now it's Kalia's turn to not be heard.
We can hear everyone else this time, so it's not us that's the problem. Confirmed. Definitely
no.
us this time. reading the screen.
She disconnected. There she is.
Yeah, she restarted her TeamSpeak or something. Okay, that is.
Okay, there we go.
Yay, there we go.
Hey.
I don't know why it decides to do that once a game. It's really starting to piss me off. Okay. So, what was the
First
final
damage-
damage total? I
The
got
first one
16
was
plus
resolved.
flame damage for the first.
Yeah.
Please go outside.
The second hit is 8 straight plus 6 flame. So 14 total.
How do you want to do this?
Oh goodness. Melina's just gonna keep stabbing him repeatedly, kind of chanting under her breath in Abyssal.
I don't even wait for her to finish. I walk away. I'm just like, okay, I'm over it with people not. Do I see Quirk anywhere? Where is Quirk? He's hovering or he's just standing there? Fly didn't.
No, Quirk.
Say that one more time, please, Striker.
Oh, Quirk didn't get to fly. I was just looking for.
No, because this particular alcove was too small. So you see the body now of this Nothic lying dead before you. Give me a second here. Okay, so you guys see the body lying here. What are you doing now?
Ven will start giving Thamior his last rites, and will, at the end of the prayer, sacred flame the body to ash.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
Melina's just gonna fall back and watch.
Quirk is going to go and collect his things and see if there's any of his stuff left.
Any of Thamior's things left?
Yes.
Roll investigation. You find Thamior's book. Looks like it was tucked back in one of the corners, and it looks like it was starting to make this particular alcove its home.
Okay. Quark will take that book. Start looking through it.
Okay.
I'm gonna check.
Roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
I'm gonna wait for this to play out before I walk over. This is. That book takes over your bird brain. I'm gonna laugh at you, really.
Lots of DM secrets going around tonight, you guys.
Yeah. I go walk over to Luke. Because Quirk just abandoned me like a total loser. So I'm gonna walk over to Luke. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
No, it was Quirk who abandoned us. But that was interesting.
Yes, it was.
Had some fancy talking you were doing. Don't have a clue what the heck was going on. I'm starting to feel a lot of that more often than not. I take a look around. Is this the end of the hallway? Like, is there any more secret doors that only super perceptive people can see?
No.
Okay. Looks like a dead end here.
After finishing the tiny funeral, Ven turns to Melina. That abyssal chanting, just for the record, that's kind of creepy.
I was thankful for the power to deal with this corruption.
I'm not saying you're creepy, I'm just saying that particular language is creepy. I need to learn it.
I can hear all of this, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Ven's not being quiet about it.
I'm kind of just rolling my eyes and looking at Luke, being like, "Are you kidding me?" My expression.
If I'm going,
Yeah.
Facial expression type of thing.
if I'm going to fight my enemies, fight demons and such, probably a good idea to be able to understand them in case they're plotting.
Maybe I'll teach you someday.
I do one of those down my throat potions at Luke.
Hey, Quirk.
So, Sven approaching Quirk.
Yes.
Um, no.
Uh, you you said you knew Ariadne, right? Thameor's mom, I believe.
So, as Ven approaches, Quirk is to cast and hold a spell.
Say that one more time.
As Ven approaches, Quirk is going to cast and hold a spell.
Okay, which spell?
So I'm going to whisper that to you.
Okay.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Got it?
So, as Ven gets close, he turns around and places his hand on Ven's neck, and allows the to course backwards through that. There's
You're cutting out
cutting
really
out,
bad.
Okay. So, as Ven gets close, Quirk places his hand against his neck and allows the spell to flow back through his aura so that there's a crackling of lightning around him. And there is very obviously the look of anger in Quirk's eyes.
Would I have heard this happening or seen it happening? Or are you being very subtle about it?
This would probably be seen.
Oh gosh, and I'm getting the impression there's something going on. Counterspell.
Okay. So.
Level 3.
Okay. Stand by real quick. Then you get a dexterity saving throw.
Now, Quirk is not actually letting off the spell, he's only holding it.
I would assume you're letting it out, though.
Yeah,
Assumptions.
just the dexterity throw, I hope it's not against the spell, because...
Okay.
So
Perhaps I'm not understanding exactly what you're doing here then.
So he is casting and holding.
You keep cutting out every, 3 words.
So he is casting and holding, not releasing.
He's essentially holding a loaded gun to my throat.
Yeah.
Okay. He's still getting a dexterity saving throw because you are attempting... I guess it's an attempted grapple, so...
Okay.
So let's resolve the grapple. And Quirk, you get an athletics check.
Yep.
Then you are able to dodge out of the way just slightly as Quirk's hand comes up to try and grasp your throat.
So he did that as he was turning. Then, although he sees the angry look on his face, doesn't quite understand what exactly just happened. And thinks that as like Quirk was turning around to say something and accidentally almost hit him, he just brushes it aside. He goes, Quirk, if you don't mind, if you could tell Ariadne what happened with her son.
I most definitely will be, but we need to have a talk.
Okay. Does this have to happen now, or can we please get away from whatever here is messing with my head?
I need to know why you're here.
Because Lou told me that help was needed.
Yet you keep on trying to separate us from any help that we're going to get.
I tried to remove the curse that Thamior was under. When it was revealed to me that he chose this curse as a follower of Vecna. You may not know who Vecna is, but Vecna is bent on the destruction of the world.
You also, yesterday, tried to stop us from being able to negotiate our way in here.
And I apologize for that.
Also been trying to keep us from being able to gain allies anywhere and everywhere we've gone.
I'd like to walk over and see what's going on here. What do I walk into?
Just as you walk over, Ven raises his voice and actually shouts, I don't want to cause a panic that's going to harm people more than it's going to help. And the way you want to go about doing things is not going to be helping.
And then I walk over as I'm listening to this, and I'm like, everyone keeps talking about all the bad people who are likely to be looking for these stones at the same time as us. But no one ever wants to talk about the flip side. All of the good people that I'm sure exist somewhere. I think that taking it on just the 6 of us, the 7 of us, has not been a smart idea. I mean, there is an elf in practically suspended between life and death right now because we decided to take this whole mission on just ourselves. Gotta be other good people. And you know what? I feel like I've been blessed with extra wisdom and extra perceptiveness. I feel like we can feel this out. We can do it differently so that no one else has to die. Sure, you don't want to spread panic everywhere else, but what about the paranoia and the panic you're spreading within this group? We have not worked as a group for weeks now. We were more of a team before you and Melina showed up.
And attempting to stop us from
Alec,
actually
you are really, really quiet.
the thing that you've actually managed.
And now you're cutting out.
Okay. Is that working better?
That is working better.
So, what you've actually managed to do is isolate us. And if there were anyone really attempting to see us fail, I think that's the first thing they would do. So I need to know, are you actually with us or are you against us?
Yup, you just turned to smart bird paranoid. That.
Ven takes a long, slow breath. I'm with you. And then he turns, walks to the other side of the cavern, takes his mace, and just starts slamming it against the wall, cursing in Primordial.
Primordial?
Yeah.
I must ask, you trusted Thamior. Was one of those people you assumed had our best interest. See now what happens when we assume that people are on our side.
One mistake, okay? What, you expect that we're going to get it right each time?
No, I expect we're going to get it
even,
wrong every time.
I wasn't even there. I probably would have out, but the fact that I wasn't around, you know, I honestly believe I haven't been trying this whole gaining allies thing enough to say whether it's been a success or a fail overall. We made one mistake, and now we fixed it. Okay?
And there is a difference between trusting someone and being cautious about them. And as you can see, we were actually cautious enough to catch this. We put him down. And in the end, that's what's needed. You have to trust, but you also have to trust in yourself that you have the ability to handle what comes.
You know what I was thinking, Quirk? I think I've been doing this whole thing wrong. Told me to, and I didn't know exactly what that meant. I'm supposed to be telling this story. Like-minded individual who out there is after the same.
Striker, you need to know. There is someone here, servant of the succubus, that you know, you have met. Would you trust them?
I know
They
that
are one of the people that are after this stone.
I know that I haven't been privy to the information that you know or that Ven knows because, you know, no one seems interested in keeping me in the loop, which is really frustrating because this team used to be a family. It doesn't feel like one anymore. So, you know, if there's something that you think might be relevant to share, or, that it might be good enough to hear, sure, let's hear it. Okay, but you'll have to excuse the fact that I'm feeling a little bit salty about all of this extra information that people are just expecting me to take at face value.
And that's fair, but it's hard to speak to someone who runs away.
Work is going to step in closer to Melina and say, "Melina, I trust you, and I know that it is extremely likely your patron has worst intentions. I will still gladly accept you on my team on this quest with the understanding that whoever betray us, I will put you down. I hope that you feel the same way toward everyone else here."
I would expect no less. I understand this is a situation. We cannot be at each other's throats, but we need to be wary. We have not been wary. Not enough.
But we've also completely isolated ourselves. And don't have the allies that we would need in order to actually face any of the threats. Likelihood
Speak of
is
strength, and yet you also speak of weakness. Which is it? Should we trust our strength, or should we trust that we need allies? Because I trust the people here. I trust every breathing person in this room. Not much
allies are a strength. And that's not that you can always trust every ally you have. As long as you know which ones put down the ones that you need to take down at the time, good to go. Have allies that are completely untrustworthy as long as you know what it is they value, that what you're doing matches those values.
Allies are just another weapon, like your flame tongue sword. Your flame tongue rapier. That's what it is. And I get your perspective. You need to be more wary, sure. But I don't want to approach the rest of the world with paranoia the way you guys do. I really don't. Otherwise, I wouldn't be where I am right now. And to be quite honest, you wouldn't even be among the people standing here. So, yeah, I make reckless decisions sometimes. I'm willing to accept that, but sometimes they gain me allies. I don't know if they're friends yet. I haven't figured that out yet. But I know that you guys are fighting on the same side. At least, I think I know you guys are fighting on the same side.
I'd also like to point out that you guys are really so concerned about trusting people, really do a poor job of actually yourself safe, because I'm continuously firing off very large area of effect spells directly beside you. You just trust that I'm not going to destroy you with them.
Either way, we need to finish this. Get out of here.
Yeah, we totally need to get out of here, except that the doors are now closed, and I can't. They're not normal doors, so I can't do the thing that I usually do to normal doors. So, if you guys have any ideas, sure, feel free to do the magic thing, I'm gonna follow you around, just like I've been doing lately, because that's all I do these days.
There's still an open path, correct?
No, you guys had been closing the doors behind you.
Yeah. Ven
Okay,
was
so
Ven was told to make sure the doors were closed, so he
there
kept
is
closing the
a
doors.
closed door though going forward now, right?
Correct.
Melina is just going to approach the door again, kind of drag the flame tongue over it, and just walk away.
Now done with his little hissy fit, Ven joins Melina and says over his shoulder to Stryker, "When I get information, I do share it."
Um. So, this door before you stands probably 4 stories tall.
Well, I got the first 4 feet of it covered.
So you wave the flame tongue over the portion of this door. Several minutes go by, and there is no sign of this door opening.
Ven does a sacred flame on the door.
And it's made out of stone or whatever?
Correct.
It would be nice if we bailed on us. He's pretty good at that.
So Quirk is going to go over to Luke and just be like, Luke, like you've got the biggest swing vote here. How do you feel about things?
Oh, Quirk!
Well,
And I listened to this because I'm very interested. Like, I know how Luke feels about certain things, but I'm like, this is a good thing to know. And I walk over and I'm like, yeah. How do you feel about the way things?
you see him scowling at the ground.
Oh, yeah. That I turned to Quirk and I'm like, that's not a good sign.
While both sides have very valid points, I don't believe now is exactly the greatest time to do this. We're locked in the middle of a freaking volcano. Now isn't the best time to start ripping each other apart. Does this conversation need to happen? Yes. Now is not a good time for it.
I understand. I understand that. It wasn't my idea.
Actually, that was my idea. But I understand.
I slapped Quirk. Like, you idiot. Why?
So, Quirk says, I understand. Guess we should consider. I was just really concerned about going forward from here without at least having had this out.
I'm not mad at you. I am mad at Thamior. And my emotions are just being carried over onto this. My apologies.
I do that awkward thing where, you know how, like, sometimes, like, give back rides bigger than them? So I kind of try to be like, and try to, like, pick pick up Luke as a piggyback, and then I'm like being all awkward about it. I'm like,
Can I help
just
you?
trying to lighten the mood. Like, hey, I'm giving you the ride this time. Like, as just trying to be like goofy about it.
Sir, can I help you?
She just starts giggling a little bit, and I'm like, never mind. And then I attempt to give Quark a piggyback ride.
I rustle her hair and shove her over the court.
Quark will hop on her back and then cast a firebolt at the door.
Firebolt does not do anything. Sacred Flame does not do anything. Roll me an intelligence check. That was almost a nat 20.
Stupid dice. It.
Still waiting on an intelligence check from Stryker and Luke. Okay, there's Luke.
Ven, seeing it not work, is just like, this should be working, and casts like 3 more of them in rapid succession.
Nothing.
You got a 13.
Okay. Melina, you recognize these symbols on the door. In fact, you remember seeing these symbols carved into the wall on the way here. But there's something off about them. The symbols as they appear on the door are not in the correct order that you saw them in initially.
I'll relay that information to the others. How high up are the symbols?
It's 2 halflings tall. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
The symbols are the full 40 feet of the door, split into like 12-foot sections. Like a 12-foot section with like a 1 foot in between each.
Okay. So reach out and touch bottom symbol. Try to move it to where it belongs.
Okay.
Work is just... Well, figuring out the combination to open this, but everyone should be prepared for the fact that as soon as we're through this door, we're probably letting out a great evil into the world, and we have to really decide if we're going to try to fight that, or if we're just going to try to grab the crystal and run.
I think the chances are that we'd be lucky enough that that great evil contained that we can slip by. Because I'm really good at the slipping by part. I just don't know if we're going to be so lucky. I'm pretty sure my luck has been so great that when I step in there, I'm going to get eaten. That's how lucky I'm feeling today. But you know, how do you think this is going to go?
Well, do both.
Can you make me invisible? Because that would be super useful. Can you make me invisible? That would be super useful.
Did I lose everybody?
No, we're here.
Okay.
Puzzling.
Like, do you want us to actually solve this, or...
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I need to... Okay.
And it may have created
A different
individual.
individual
Right.
puzzles.
Right.
Let me get this set up on the capture real quick.
I'm assuming you want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8. Yes.
Correct.
Can Alex just, or can Quirk be the one to like finish it for the two of us? Because I really suck at these things. Or do I have to do it too?
I did it. How do you want me to prove to you that I did it?
Yeah, we've got it done too.
There is no we, just him.
Are you guys also watching the stream?
Yes.
Here's what I'm going to do. I know it's going to be a little bit delayed, but you guys are going to tell Ven how to manipulate the puzzle.
Okay.
Okay, give me a moment. I gotta adjust this. Alright, there we go. Alright. Ah, come on now. Hold on.
Oops, hold on. Gotta mute the stream. There we go. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, just a moment.
And you guys don't understand, but Mercer's reaction in that GIF is totally me right now.
Okay, there we go. So, just... Ven is not in a headspace where this is even possible for him, so I am going to go completely off of the party's orders.
Okay, that's fair.
So, just speak up whenever you want me to make a move. Or you can designate someone to make the move. Your choice. But just let me know and I will move it.
I designate Quirk now. Go.
So the 2 goes over, the 4 comes down, the down.
Hold
Slow
on.
down, slow down. 2 goes over,
Remember,
4 comes down.
And you're going to need to use directions. Up, down, left, right, goes over and down, and that means nothing to Ven at this point.
go left. Okay, so the 4 goes down, and then the right.
So the 8 comes down. 8 down.
It is. Give it time for the stream to catch up. Remember, it's on a 30-second delay.
Over.
Of course, it also depends on you actually saying something.
Are you able to hear me?
I can now.
Okay. So, 1 right, 6 up. 2 up. 4 over. Down. 4 up.
What was that? Because
So it'll be 2 right, 4 up, left. Down. Right. Right.
it's really hard to hear you, Alex.
Okay. So we've got the 2 down. 4, then 5. 3, 5.
5 can't move.
So once you've got 3, then the 8 can move, and then the 5 can move.
5 is moved.
And 3, 7. 5.
I missed something because you said 5, and I didn't hear anything after the 7.
Okay. So then it is 6, 3, 5. 8, 7. 5. 5, 6, 3, and then 6. So 3, 1. Man, this is hard with lag.
And it's doubly hard because I can only hear about 2/3 of what you're saying.
It's only hard because. Never mind.
4, 2, 8, 8, 5, 3.
Alex, you have to speak up. I can't hear you.
If you would
6.
rather type it, Alex, that's probably going to be easier.
Okay.
Where are you typing it to?
I will type it into Fantasy Grounds.
You're welcome, Luke. And you keep doing W/. You need to do /W.
I realize that. I just type too fast and I don't check before I send. It's a problem.
Well, Tisk, always double check your work.
Okay, that last one didn't make sense because if I move the 4, the. Oh. Okay, never mind.
Yes! Devious puzzle, devious puzzle. And I think the comic book addict is doing the lady from Ipanema. Do 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 do.
I was hearing the Jeopardy theme music.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
hearing
that
Jeopardy
could be
too.
too. Yeah, that's probably more appropriate. I just think of the lady from Ipanema, as like elevator hold music or phone line hold music. What I should have done was had you guys play a couple of rounds of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
That would have been great.
We would have done that anyway, though. We're
I
all
actually,
already close to exploding.
I actually do have that game.
Oh, I have it too.
Certainly give us time to hash out our differences.
I will somehow figure out a way to use Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes in a D&D group.
And completed.
Alright. Let me... Completed. Alright. The door... it shudders and quakes, and the entire room is actually shaking as this door starts slowly descending down into the floor. Couple of feet every few seconds. Once the door is completely down into the floor, it is flush with the floor. And then you start feeling a vacuum beginning to form. And starting on the left-hand side, one of the lights on the torches gets sucked into the room. One of the torches on the right, just the flame, gets sucked into the room. Zipper effect, alternating left and right, every torch lining your way up to this room gets sucked into that room. The two giant braziers get sucked into this room, and in the center of the room you see a spinning fiery vortex beginning to form. As the flames are drawn in, it starts getting bigger, swirling faster.
Is this a spinning marble of doom? Come on.
No.
Well,
This is a fire elemental forming.
broke the seal. Anybody see the jewel?
Ven rolls his neck, rolls his shoulder, limbering up. Finally, something I can hit.
I would like to look. What do I see?
I didn't hear what you were looking for.
I want to see if I can see the thing that we came for.
Okay,
Or something,
you are checking.
something shiny. Because I imagine the crystal is shiny.
Okay, go ahead and roll your perception.
I rolled a 28. I rolled a 28.
28?
Yeah, plus 9. I rolled a 19. Alex can... Yep, it's it.
Okay.
Expertise on perception, guys. It's awesome to be a rogue sometimes.
You see at the center of this vortex the stone.
That's step 1. Step 2 is... Or is it just bright flashing light?
Say one more time.
Is there a way... Is there a way for me to be sneaky, or is it just bright flashing light everywhere?
It is actually completely dark at this point, with the exception of the flame in the center, which you would think would be putting off a lot more light than it is, and it's not.
Is there enough, like, shadow situation for me to make my way there, but not be blind, so I don't have to pull out a light source?
No.
If I pull out my sword, will that give me away if I try to sneak?
Yes.
Only gives off. Definitely can't pull out my dagger, because like... Going to... But the light itself is... I can still see, right? Because there's a glowing thing in the middle.
It's not putting off as much light as you would need.
So I still can't really see much? But
Correct.
I can still see, like...
This room is pretty well pitch black. With the exception of the forming vortex in the center.
Okay. With its forming vortex in the center, and I can see. I saw it, but
You keep cutting in and out.
can I hear? Can I hear things in the room as well, or just the swirling vortex?
It is the sound of wind being sucked in, like air being sucked in towards this vortex.
Oh man! And the crystal I saw was in the middle of that vortex, or
Yes.
apparently I can, but I can't see and can't hide. I look. I look at everyone else behind me. And I whisper super softly, I can see it, but it's too far away, and I don't know if I can get there because I can't see.
About
Nobody
how far
hears
away is
you.
it?
It is 100 feet to the center.
Oh. I'm trying not to be heard by whatever might be possibly inside, but I guess it's too windy.
Can
I just
all
speak in
see
my
the
normal.
crystal?
Yeah, you can all see it.
Guys, I just speak in my normal voice, but not like. Guys, it's there. It's, I can barely make it out.
About this time, another vortex opens up. A smaller vortex. And you see stepping out of this vortex a figure. And as soon as it steps out, did the wrong thing. As soon as it steps out, you see demonic wings open up, and it turns back over its shoulder, grinning at you, specifically Striker.
I curse in like 50 different dialects of halfling. I am literally freaked. I'm just like, yep.
Ven just starts sprinting towards the stone.
This
He is also going to do a sprint.
Get there before all of you.
this Cambion is closer
Fly.
than
You can't fly.
you are.
You have less movement than I do.
And it grins over the back of its shoulder at you, Striker. And then he leans forward, takes flight, flying directly through the center of this vortex. And he shoulder checks the stone out of position, rolling, picking it up in kind of a 3-point hero stance, looking directly at you, and says,
Same guy, isn't it? The one who
Oh, yeah.
brain
Oh yeah.
Jedi brain messed with me. Okay. How far away so he's got the stone now.
He's got the stone, and he looks up at you and says,
Foolish mortals, thought you could keep it from her. Thought you could keep it from us. You led us right to it. And he touches his chest, and he blinks out.
I at least I had my bow out. Do I at least get to try to shoot him before he leaves?
You can make an attempt.
Guess
Can
an 11.
I also
I guess
make an
I
attempt?
guess a 13 won't hit.
13 does not hit. A 10 does not hit. And a natural 1 on the die definitely does not hit. Luke attacks with the longbow, and that does not hit. Quirk, you have one opportunity.
Alright, was he flying? There's no way he could have gotten that far. Was he actually flying? Because if there was room to fly, I think one of us could have gotten.
Quirk was. I was actually trying. Mike kept getting stolen. So Quirk was trying to fly in there from the start, and at 100 feet, that's dash action for him. So
Right. His portal opened up a lot closer.
okay. So then, can I fly the 50 feet and then hit lightning bolt at him?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So lightning bolt does go off. Oh, Melina, you need to roll for your. Well, it wouldn't have hit anyway. So. All right. So, Quirk, you cast your lightning bolt at him, and he raises his staff, taking the lightning, and he takes all of it, and he looks back up at you, and he grins.
Bring it. I can still escape back to her. And he touches his chest and he blinks out.
While he's still visible before he touches his chest, would I have time to get off another spell, or is that already passed?
Would I have time to cast Hunter's Mark?
Hunter's Mark is a bonus action, so yes.
Could I cast Hunter's Mark before he disappears?
Yes.
I do that.
Alright, stand by here. That's in your spells. Okay. I am going to allow everybody one action and no movement. This is a reactionary thing as he is touching his chest. I can't hear you at all, Striker.
Did you say one more or just one more?
You get one action with no movement. This is a reactionary thing as he's touching his chest.
Can I attempt to unicorn him?
You are outside of range, I believe.
Okay, so I'm outside 60 feet then. Alright, fine.
Okay. Melina, your spell goes off. Oh, actually, I need you to roll the percentile for me.
I have totally forgotten what's the roll command.
Slash
roll.
die space 1d100. Congratulations. Silence goes off. As does hold person.
Orc is magic missile that is holding the crystal.
I caught about 4 of those words. I think I understand magic missile, the hand that is holding the crystal.
Yes.
Okay. And that goes off as well. So. And
Apparently, I have 3 darts.
okay. Those darts. They're force damage. 11. Okay. So we've got your magic missile. He is held in place. And how far does silence cover, Ven?
The area of effect or the range for the spell?
Range and area of effect.
It has a range of 120 feet and a 20-foot radius.
And I'm assuming you're centering that on him.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I am going to go retrieve the stone once I see that he's held.
Okay. And with hold person, when does he get a save again?
I believe it's the end of his next turn.
Which would be this round.
Yes, it's the end of his next turn.
Should we all roll initiative for this?
I'm going by same initiative.
Okay.
And he does actually manage to save. So you see him look down as he's held in place, and he looks at both of his arms, and then you see him like stretch his chest and stretch his wings, and you can see like he breaks the invisible force that was holding him there. That is the end of his turn. Luke, you are up. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to end it here for tonight. And we will pick up this battle next week.
I tried.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining us, everybody. I, as a DM, feel I've had a very good game.
It was fun.
What was that?
It was fun.
Yeah. Inter-party conflict. You know, I mean, these things are playing out perfect. So, anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. We hope to see you again next week at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And without any further ado, we are going to host Geek and Sundry so that we can watch Critical Role. And you're more than welcome to stay for that. And until next time, may all your hits be crits.
Bye, guys.